Welcome back to week 6, Mind Your Mindset, part 2, Requests for Greatness Approved. I remember watching tennis with my grandmother growing up. We had a few favorites like Venus and Serena Williams, Pete Sampras, Naomi Osaka, and Roger Federer, just to name a few. We watched their matches and looked up their prize money. We were so excited for their wins. I also love Beyonce, especially for her work ethic and her artistry. We cheer our favorite celebrities on, and we have no problem reveling in their success like it's our own. We don't second guess their actions, and we want them to continue entertaining us. We allow them to be great because of what they do. However, we are like celebrities in our own right. People admire us for being great, but we usually don't allow that to sink into our heads. We act modest and say, oh, it's no big deal. That's because many of us spend most of our time dimming our light. Did you know that being quote unquote humble can actually shrink yourself internally over time? I used to think that I was being humble when I didn't tell people I was a college professor. Instead, I would say, oh, I'm just a teacher who teaches in college. Wait, what? Are you kidding me? I was a classroom teacher before, and those positions are not the same. When approached correctly, being a professor is not a glorified teacher. Saying that statement or having this sense of false humility diminishes the hard work it takes to become a professor. No disrespect to classroom teachers because I've been there and I know the work it takes to be a classroom teacher, but I was so wrong in thinking that being a professor and all that comes with it is just a glorified teacher. Not the same. Have you seen people in the world who aren't like world famous, but they are doing amazing things in the world while being unapologetically themselves? They don't ask for permission to be great. Instead, they give notice. Many of us are still asking for permission, hence false humility. Now, when people ask what I did for a living, I would give them some version of being a college professor, author, speaker, strategist, or parallelpreneur, meaning that I was still working a full-time job and starting a business at the same time. So I would give them a whole combination of all of that. And this would spark their interest. And a lot of them would be amazed and tell me what they've always wanted to do, or they would say some form that they wanted to do some form of what I was doing. And in some weird way, that made them feel excited about changing what they wanted to do. It gave them a permission to like shift because I've made this huge shift in my career at various stages of my life in such a short amount of time. I used to hide what I did until I realized this was a form of self-sabotage. There is nothing wrong with being great. Like, just accept it. When people give you a compliment, don't say, oh, don't worry about it. Oh, this old thing. No, embrace it and receive it because you have permission to be great. We cheer for others, but why don't we cheer for ourselves? It's time to give people notice because you already had the permission to be great the moment you were born. So it's time to mind your mindset. In your modules, I want you to think about your self-worth. How do you know that greatness lives in you? In what ways have you been holding the greatness back? How are you choosing to change that narrative so you can let your greatness be seen by all? And I want to congratulate you for taking the step to finish this module, finish this course, and really to mind your mindset. I am so excited that you took the opportunity and the time to join this journey, and I hope that you celebrated along the way. I look forward to hearing from you, and happy writing.